Hi, friends. My name is Bhavya Mangla, and I have started a new series with respect to podcast. And the name of the series is called Unfiltered Conversation. The objective of this series is to discuss with some people which may not be very popular at this time, but they have done something good in their life and they are creating a difference in the life of people around them. So the idea is to understand their perspective about what they are doing, how they have done it, what kind of challenges they have faced, and what people and me can learn from them. We call it as unfiltered conversation because the idea is not to plan something, but something that should come from the heart. So today, our first speaker is Jitendra Mishra. Jitendra Mishra is primarily from Bihar and he has an experience of more than 13 years in the industry. Presently, he is working with an American MNC called Allied Solutions, where he is working as a delivery manager. The main idea of choosing Jitendra Mishra as my first guest is that he's an inspiration to many people. He has come from a humble background, and in spite of that, he has done many things in his life which can motivate people. It's not always required that we need some very popular figure to give a confidence or give a motivation to everyone. There can be people just like from the normal lives living around us who can also motivate and who can also inspire us. So let me call on stage Mr. Jitendra Mishra. Jitendra, can you hear me?
Yes, Babi, I can hear you. Am I audible?
Yes, you are very much audible. So, Jitendra, you know that we know each other for almost 7 years, and
Yes.
we met for the first time in Toastmasters. And this particular series that we have started is primarily initially for the Toastmasters because there are so many people who are inspiring a lot around them, and you are one of them who is motivating many people around you, and more because from the background you are coming and the kind of change which I have seen in you. So, would you like to tell something about that after joining Toastmasters 7 years back? What change has happened in you?
First of all, I would like to thank you, Bhavya, for inviting us and giving me this opportunity to share most of the thing which I have learned from you or the many seasonal Toastmasters. So, one major change, if you want to talk me about the change after this 7 years, so I would like to talk about that I have become a good listener. Many people think about that Toastmaster is a platform where we join to improve our public speaking skills, right? But the more time you invest on this wonderful stage, you met with the wonderful people, you realize, or I would like to say that what I realized, that listening is more important nowadays to become rather than being a very good speaker. Because speaking is something anyone can do that. This is in your hand, right?
Yeah, yeah.
But if we are having a discussion with any known unknown people and they wanted to share something which is going in their life, so this is required a lot of patience, lot of focus, right? A lot of interest to listen them, and this is what required in now era. So this is one big change or big shift, I will say, which I have been, or I have observed in last 7 years. Apart from, there are many others as well.
Mhm. So when you talk about that, now you have learned the art of listening more. Even though when we talk about Toastmasters, primarily it's more about communication and having the leadership skill. Does it help you in your personal life also, or maybe in your professional life also? Maybe you
Yeah,
have learned this art.
it does help me, and here I would like to take an example of my first professional life. So
Mm-hmm.
as you said that I have a 13 years of experience, I'm working as a delivery manager. So in my current role or in my previous role, basically I am in people manager role from last 6 years or 7 years, right?
Mm-hmm.
So
Mm-hmm.
being a people manager, or you can say people leader, one of the key skills that you are a good listener.
Mm-hmm.
Because if you have a team of, for example, if a team of 30 people, everyone one has something to share, right?
Yeah.
It's very easy that you are inviting people for a team connect, you are standing being a manager or their leader, you are talking for next 30 minutes, you are giving a lot of knowledge and gyan. But that is required. I'm not saying this is not required, this is the actual format. But the key thing to be a good leader or be a good manager is that you are listening them, you are allow
Mhm.
them to share their thoughts, their challenges, their ideas, right? And you are not only listening them, you are also walking onto them,
Mhm.
right? So this is what, and see, I would not deny that before being a good listener you need to become or a good speaker as well.
Mhm.
Why people will want to share something with you? Because as you said, they have been inspired, they are looking at you, they have seen that you have done something which might they also want to looking for in their own life. So this is a combination, but yes, listening is one thing which I am nowadays more exploring.
Wonderful. Wonderful. I've also seen that 2 years back you were also at Josh Talk, wherein
Yeah.
you talked about a topic that how a person from humble background can achieve something what you have done it. So, how this Josh Talk help you to communicate your experience with respect to your learning so far?
Okay, that's a really good question, Babya, and thank you for asking this, because I believe this is one of the key highlights or achievements for my public speaking journey. And before I say that how I have reached and what was my contribution on Joestock, I would little bit like to talk about for our viewers that Joestock is a very known platform, and they are inviting from the diverse background, speakers from the diverse background, right?
Mhm.
And they are inviting them to share their own story, so that the people around the world, if they are also going through those challenges, those situations,
Mhm.
they can connect and relate. So, Joe Stock has started one special segment that is related to improving English speaking or helping specific to the people who are coming from the rural background, now who are a part of the metropolitan cities. They wanted to do something, but to
Mhm.
be in metro city, I believe the speaking English one of the key criteria, right? So they were looking for speakers who has coming from the rural background, and currently they have done something in their personal or professional life, so that they
Mhm.
can speak for a minute, for fewer minutes, and they can connect with the other people, right? So one of my friend, she is also Toastmaster. She
Okay.
was that time she was in the Joe Stock, and when she got to know that they are looking for such a speaker, she reached out to me because in Toastmaster we not only learn the public speaking leadership, we have very good opportunity to do networking,
Yeah.
right? Recommendation. So she suggested my name to that Joe Stock team, and they have reached out to me, and I believe initially we do an interview, right? But I
Yeah.
would like to tell you that was not an interview, that was just a kind of storytelling. uh, that person from the Joe Stock team has asked me to share your story. So that
Mhm.
was the interview. I was aware about the theme. I shared my story, and I believe they found that this is something valuable for that stage that will be add some value. So they give me that opportunity, right? I have been on the Joe Stock stage. So this is the journey how I have been on the Joe Stock. But here I would like to take a couple of minutes to talk about that how I have feel when I was on that stage,
Mhm.
and how Toastmaster has helped me, right?
Mhm.
So to be a Jostock speaker, a good storyteller, you need a good storytelling skills, right?
Mhm.
And that is one skills that I'm exploring, learning in Toastmaster from last 7 years, right?
Yeah.
Whenever I have completed my speeches, I got two feedbacks. One, my mentor said that you need to work on your grammar, right?
Yeah.
So I started working on that. But on the same time, I also got a very common feedback that you have very good storytelling skills.
Mhm.
So when my mentors are telling me again and again, that's realized me that yes, I can tell my story which connect with the people. So when I was on that stage, I was quite confident that I will be able to justify with this wonderful stage.
Mhm.
And then I started my talk, and usually they allow you 40 to 45 seconds to complete your talk. But I'm glad that I have a Toastmaster. I have completed my entire talk, I think, in just 16 minutes or 17 minutes.
Mhm. Mhm.
There was only couple of cuts just because I hit on my mic. Otherwise,
Mhm.
it's go with the flow, and that's give me a lot of confidence that whatever investment I am doing in terms of time, in terms of some amount of money with this wonderful platform, that is
Mhm.
helping me. And this is what I would like to convey with the help of your stage, that yes, this is a very good platform. Uh, we can talk a lot about of this, right?
Mhm.
So this is all about this journey.
Mhm. Mhm. So generally, when we talk about Toastmasters, primarily the objective is that how we can improve our communication skill and we can develop our leadership skills. But in general, people find it very difficult to find time. They say that I don't have time. I'm very busy in office, or maybe in many other things. So, what suggestion you would like to give to people that how people can find time and how people can prioritize Toastmasters in case they have to?
Uh, that's in one sentence I would like to say, Babya, that this comes from inside,
Mm-hmm.
right? It's come from inside, and it's all about the realization, right?
Mm-hmm.
So I would like to give this answer to this question in two part, that how I have realized that why Toastmaster is important. Then I would like to give one message that may relate to the others as well, right?
Mm-hmm.
So why I joined Toastmaster? Nobody has told me to go and join the Toastmaster.
Mm-hmm.
In my professional career, when I moved from the IC role to the people manager role,
Mm-hmm.
I was a very good SME in terms of the domain knowledge, skill set, everything was good. That's why I got promoted. I got that opportunity.
Mm-hmm.
But I realized that if I am not a good communicator, so if I'm not able to articulate my words, my thoughts, if
Mm-hmm.
I'm not making impactful discussions with my people, so it is not only impacting on my perception, my image, it is also directly affecting on more than 15 people. So
Okay.
that make me realize that why it is important for me to develop this skill. Otherwise I have taken responsibility for 15 plus people, and if I am not developing this skill, I may not justify with my role. So that's
Mm-hmm.
make me realize that this is one skill I need to develop. Then I start exploring the what are the platform where I can go. Actually I started exploring what are the platform where I learn in the fun way, or I do not have any pressure, people are not judging me. So I
Mm-hmm.
was looking for a friendly environment, right? And then someone suggested me the Toastmaster. My wife has paid my first membership. I would like to tell you that one thing. That time
Mm-hmm.
she was my fiance. So
Mm-hmm.
see, I realized that okay, this is important for me, and since then, I would like to tell in next 5 years, I try my best that I will never missing my Toastmaster sessions. So that's
Mm-hmm.
come from inside.
Mm-hmm.
Now people who are listening to us or maybe listen to us, I would like to share a quick story for them,
Yep.
right?
Mm-hmm.
So there was two friend.
Mm-hmm.
One friend was a very rich person. He was
Okay.
having a very luxurious car, and he was a
Mm-hmm.
kind of businessman. He has a lot of money every day, and that second person was his driver. So
Okay.
he was driving for that rich person for many years. So they become a good friend. Every day they were driving from home to their company, and it was taking 1 hour, right? And for 15 minutes they were traveling through a area which was the kind of remote area. There was no connectivity, there was
Mm-hmm.
no people to support. So everything was going from last many years. They were having a good discussion, friendly
Mm-hmm.
discussion, sharing personal thoughts. One day what happened, due to the journey, all of the sudden that driver, his friend, got heart attack,
Okay.
and that was required the immediate medical support.
Mm-hmm.
Now think about this situation. His friend, who has lot of money, His friend has one of the best car, but that friend doesn't know how to drive that car.
Oh.
That time he may not able to make any call because there is no network, right? Think about that situation. After having everything, every possible resource with that particular person, rich person, he was not able to save his friend's life.
Hmm.
Why? Because he was lacking with one important skills, driving car, right?
Yeah.
So now I would like to conclude this story while giving you key message.
Hmm.
Whosoever is listening our talk, think about yourself that you are in a position or you are in a role who has a lot of good domain knowledge, lot of
Hmm.
good skills. He wanted to promote for the next role, right?
Yeah.
Or wanted to sell their wonderful idea which they have in their mind,
Hmm.
but they do not have the good communication skills, right? So let's take an example. If someone has a very good domain knowledge, they have done a lot of good work in an interview, their resume is talking a lot of good thing about them, but when
Hmm.
times come to talk in interview,
Yeah.
they're lacking with that skills, right?
Yeah.
They might not able to help ourselves, right, inner ourselves. After doing a lot of good work, they are not able to express themselves. There are high chance that they will miss that opportunity.
True.
And let's relate to the story. This has happened. That rich person has all the equipments, all the money, time, everything, but just because he was lacking with the skills, he has lost his friend, right?
Yeah.
Now I would like to tell you that this is the story which I have created, I have imagined and created just to connect. So think like that, that driver is
Yeah.
yourself, your inner yourself, who need your help, right? So that's why I would like to give this message to everyone. Like any other good skills or mandatory skills, public speaking is also one of the important skills in nowadays. Even if you are a working professional or you are doing business, even you are in leadership, right? You
Yeah.
need to definitely explore these skills, and that's going to help you a lot.
Mhm. So, as we were talking initially with respect to the time management, that people don't find time even to join even one club to improve their communication and leadership skill. But on the other hand, you have also joined another club outside India in America. So, how you got so much motivated that when people are not even finding time even to have one club, you could join more than one club? And what's your experience there? And what difference you could find with respect to your experience in India?
Oh, definitely. First I would like to answer that why I have spent so much time.
Mhm.
And so basically I realized that this is a very good opportunity in this lockdown,
Mhm.
because entire world went on the virtual world, right?
Yeah.
And it was very easy to just join, click on the link, and you are connecting with the people around this world, right?
Yeah.
Although in my situation it was required a lot of effort, because I was a part of the US Toastmaster Club. They were running in the morning time, and that is our evening time. So I
Mhm.
make this adjustment. So why I did this? Because first of all, I have already spent 5 years with the Toastmaster, and one thing I always wanted to understand, that Toastmaster is not related to one country. This is
Yeah.
related to the entire country, right? And I have been watching Toastmaster, world champion of public speakings. So just to explore that opportunity, that if people from the India, if I'm a part of Indian club or any
Mhm.
Asian club, so this is our thought process, this is how we create our story, this is how we deliver our message.
Yeah.
What is the thought process, what are the culture, how they are taking feedbacks, how they are working on their, see, US people, their natural language is English. Then
Yeah.
that was also curiosity for me, why they have joined Toastmaster, because they're a natural speaker, right? Then I realized this is not about the only English speaking, this is about the communication skill,
Yeah.
articulation skill, leadership skills, connecting with people, right? So that's allow me. And then Bhabhi, I would like to reiterate my message, that that force will come from the inside. This is the
Mhm.
inspirational journey, not the motivational journey. If you will motivate someone, he may come or join for a couple of days and may not found that.
Yeah.
So everyone need to explore that what is their requirement. And see, we
Yeah.
have seen, you will not you will agree with my point, that even in our club we have seen many people come as a guest, but
Yeah.
not most of them get converted because this is not their requirement, right?
Yeah.
So that's why this will always comes from the inside. But yes, people like me and you, this is our responsibility, that if we have been in this such platform, if we know the potential of this platform, we should keep telling our story. That will inspire them, right?
Wonderful. You touched upon a very interesting topic, which is in general a very big challenge for everyone, especially like India. We are not English speaking country, even though we speak very good English. And for all those people who want to improve their communication skill, the first challenge they face is that they should speak good English, and only then they can have a good communication. But you very rightly said just now that English is just a language. The more important thing is how do you communicate. So, would you like to say something with respect to that? Because it's a very important aspect to understand.
Definitely, I would give you one real-time incident. Recently, I
Yeah.
got an opportunity to went to my hometown, and
Mhm.
two of my best friend, we were having a party in the evening time. What I observed, that one of my best friend is staying in Bihar.
Okay.
So her 4 years daughter is only aware about the Hindi or Bhojpuri language, because this is what she is listening since her childhood. One of my another best friend who is living in Kolkata, he
Mhm.
was also there along with her daughter. She was also
Mhm.
around 4 years old, and she only knows the Bengali language.
Mhm.
So one girl is only knows the Hindi or Bhojpuri, and one girl is know only Bengali.
Mhm.
But trust me, what caught my attention, that I observed them. Then both were playing from last 30 minutes or an hour,
Mhm.
and they were communicating each other in their own language,
Mhm.
and there was no gap. Why? Because they were able to make that connection. The
Mhm.
expression, English, Hindi, Marathi, Bengali, these are only the language. But apart
Mhm.
from that, there are many other uh, languages like body language,
Yeah.
eye contact, the way you are listening someone, smiling. So language is just a medium to
Mhm.
convey your message. But it's important that you are making connection. And how you can make the connection? While sharing your thoughts in clarity, giving enough time to the person who is listening you, also listening that person carefully. So these are the few practice we can follow.
Any benefit that you have got in your career, in your job, by improving your communication skill and leadership skill through Toastmasters? Any one example which you would like to share?
I must say, so it has helped me. It has helped me
Mhm.
to get my promotions,
Mhm.
right? And why it has helped me? Because see, this is not Babbe, I would like to talk about that. Here we don't only not talk about the communication skills,
Yeah.
the overall improvement as a
Mhm.
personality, right? So what happened, if I'm improving my communication skill in Toastmasters,
Yeah.
definitely I will utilize those skill where I'm spending 8 hours in a day, right?
Yeah.
And if there is something which is getting change in my way of articulation, the way of talking, it will be getting noticed time to time, right? And when times come, opportunity come, when we have to talk about myself openly during the interview, right? So I
Mhm.
was able to express myself, I believe
Mhm.
that I was able to express myself. I was more convincing, I was confident. And one thing I have also like to highlight here, that one skill which I have learned, that it's very important that we are working on our credibility, right? And that is something not comes in a day or two. That is the
Yeah.
continuous process, right? So To summarize that, I would say that's definitely it has helped me to get my next role time to time, and that's the direct benefit for any working professional.
Mhm. So all those people who are hearing, or maybe who are going to hear it later also, in case anybody want to join a Toastmaster club to improve their communication and leadership skill, how they can do that? What is the easiest way to do it?
Two things. First, if you know someone who is already a Toastmaster,
Hmm.
reach out to that person, and that person will give you all the information. Second, you can go to the Google, you can type the Toastmasters, and on the Toastmaster International website, you can find your any nearby club.
Hmm.
There are many clubs across the country, and you can just, there will be a number as well, the contact
Yeah.
person number. You call that person and do the inquiry about the timing and all. If the time match, they can visit that club as a guest, right? And I would suggest everyone that, please, if you are trying to improve your public speaking or leadership skills, do visit your nearby club. And when you will be join a club, when you see the practically that what happening in those 2 hours, then you will be able to make that decision if this is the something going to help you or not, right? So I would suggest that either talk to your friend who is already Toastmaster, you can reach out to me, you can reach out to Bhavya, or you can
Mhm.
explore by yourself on the Google website.
Wonderful, wonderful, Jitendra. I think it is very good experience talking to you and understanding your perspective about how we can improve our communication skills, how we can improve our leadership skill, and how Toastmaster can help in that. I'm sure that all those people who have heard now or who are going to hear it later, they will certainly get benefited from it, and they will try to explore new things about that. Thank you very much, Jitendra. So every week at 1 o'clock India time, I'll be coming here, and there will be a very interesting guest who will be sharing something from their life, that what they have learned from it and how people can also get motivated or can inspire from their stories. So see you next week at the same time at 1 o'clock. Thank you very much. Bye bye.
Thank you so much, Bhavya. Thank you,
Bye bye.
everyone.